All right. Welcome back, everybody, to some more Icarus. Oh, man. So, if you weren't here last time, we managed to get our little base here up and running. It's not perfect, but it's functional. It's got the basics that we're going to need for the next bit of content. Unfortunately, the most recent update did not include said content. So, I think what we're going to do is make ourselves some extra ammo, do some more prep work for that, unlock the new blueprints, which we're probably not going to use because, like, there's easier methods to farming than the ones they're implementing lately. So, what we are going to do instead is make sure that we have everything ready to go, make sure that we get some basic work done around our actual base, and I think that's about it. It's probably going to be a shorter stream today, but tomorrow we will be doing some more Once Human, and we'll hopefully be back to even more of that for the remainder of the week. And Icarus is still sort of one day a week until we get a lot more content, and then we'll probably pick up how much we do until we clear said content, and then we'll take a break until the next big DLC. I know they added in this game like saddles and plows and things like that, but none of that is of any use to me currently, so we'll see what we get into. But first things first, we need to make our way back to our base and go from there. Seems like the stuttering is still a thing. Decent FPS though, so that's good. Just a matter of heading back. Luckily, we've taken these routes so many times that it's just second nature at this point. We'll go check the red exotics while we're out here, though. What's good? How are you doing today, team player Nick? How is life? How is your nephew? Have you made a decision on that console, by the way? Very curious. See how we're doing in here. Why is it off? Oh, the solar panels aren't working right now. I'll take all of this with us to refine back at base. Good deal. Hope you're having a wonderful day and it's going well. It's fine. I actually have been doing a ton of editing on my regular videos, and I've actually managed to get a lot accomplished. So overall, pretty decent day. It's a matter of just getting all that uploaded while my internet isn't being taken up by all the people in my house. So this might light us on fire. Don't light me on fire, please. No, we're on fire. Alright, that didn't work. Come here, you. Yeah, you keep hitting me, it's fine. Are you poisoned, buddy? I'm sorry. I must have hit you with a knife. I did not mean to. Yeah, we're both poisoned. It should wear off. 2, 1. No? Okay. Well, let's see. Get you a drink. There, that helped. Perfect. PlayStation 5 and 4. Well, do your best, but like you gotta be very careful. They just like announced the PS5 Pro, and that PS5 Pro doesn't even have a disk drive in it, so you can't do anything except for online with it. So whatever you do, don't get the Pro for PS5. Don't get that like for any reason. Plus, it's insanely expensive. It's something like $800-900 for that, and you can get a computer that runs better. So, you know. Copy version. Yeah, I mean, there's always physical copies of games out there. Just gotta be careful about those day one unlocks. Make sure the game runs fully. Did they change the name? No, it's Redback still. Okay, I thought for a second they might have changed the name for those. There's our bridge. Okay. I thought we were going the wrong way. Let's get on there. Get across that bridge. That's the... Okay, well that's the problem. That's the 100% the problem. That is literally the big issue. Because they're already just trying to sell you a console for $800. And then you have to buy a stand, then you have to buy a disk drive, then you have to buy a hard drive. You might as well pay... You're going to end up paying like $1,200 by the time it's done, if not more. When you could go and get a computer for cheaper that has a disk drive that works exactly the same as that, run it at 30 FPS, which most of those games are going to run at, and then, you know, have more options of games. Like, it'd probably be cheaper to download a bunch of Steam games. Hear me out now. You could download Steam, download a bunch of Steam games, and switch Steam to offline mode, which allows you to play your games without having an internet connection, and then ship the hard drive to your nephew. And he'll be able to play all those games. It'd be so much cheaper. Like, my wife's work computer, it cost us like 560 bucks. And she runs Steam on it. She plays all of her city building games and has no issues. Like, can she play the top end stuff? Probably not. But if we upgraded her graphics card, for sure. And she's running like a 9 something. It's a really old card. And it works just fine. When a new game comes out, you have the same physical copy. That's true. That's true. But you can get physical copies of computer games, but they're harder to find for sure. I still say that Nintendo is your best option if you want to have more reliable games that aren't like internet compatible. I just don't trust Sony with some of their recent moves. It's a bias for sure, so you know. Like I said, I play a lot of PlayStation stuff. I mean, I don't record any of it or play it on stream or anything, but we've got a ton of things on there. I got all of my Final Fantasy games on there. We've got our Final Fantasy 15. We've got our... We watch movies on there a lot, which is another good use to have a disc drive in the PlayStation. You can at least watch movies. If you have the physical disc for a movie, that is. And then, like, I think the PS4 has a Blu-ray in it, so you can play those. Depending on how old the model is, I suppose. And then... my wife's got all of the Star Wars stuff and the Lord of the Rings stuff, and I don't know. Like, the modern Star Wars stuff just doesn't interest me. Like, when I was a young kid, I watched all the Star Wars stuff and loved it, but the more modern stuff is basically retelling the same stories. And, like, I'm just not a little kid anymore. They just don't... They're not exciting for me, so, I mean... But that's Disney's MO, cater to younger crowds. That's not me anymore. I don't know. Fantasy media is great in games, but like, I don't know. Movies that are like 2-3 hours long at a time, I get bored halfway through. Or maybe I haven't been watching the right movies. So... yeah, we're going to be heading back to base. We're going to be getting all of the good stuff done. Like, we got to maintain the base, of course. I'm sure a lot of the wind turbines are damaged by now. And then we got to figure out what resources we're missing in order to make that ammo. But like I said, today's just going to be a shorter stream. It's just basic ammo production, so I think the big issue is rifles can only fire like 100 bullets before they're out, so we're just gonna get 1 or 200 of that. I think we have plenty of arrows. Not sure what else we want to bring with us. Avatar was okay. The first one was okay. I didn't see any of the other ones. I kind of steered clear of like the movie theater. My kids were just getting older, and they were at that stage where you couldn't expect them to sit still for 5 minutes to watch a movie, let alone 3 hours. But Avatar was good. We watched a lot of the Godzilla movies in the theaters and enjoyed those. Some of the other ones were, there's some horror movies that have been coming out lately that just haven't really interested me. But I recently went back and watched all the old Saw movies. Some of them were okay. It's kind of nice that they all tie together. And then you have Chris Rock here trying to recreate it, and there isn't even any gore in it for the first hour. It's just boring. I hear they're turning Goonies into a television series. And I loved Goonies. That was a great movie when I grew up. But, like, I'm worried that because they're turning it into a series, that it's not going to have the same heart that it did before. And really, really hoping that they do it justice, though. I'm willing to give it a chance. If I have the opportunity to watch it, I will. I think it's coming out on Disney or something like that, and we don't have Disney, so it's gonna be a while before I get a chance to see it. Very nice. We're beyond the halfway point. We're almost home. Always feels nice going back to base, you know? After a long trip of just crazy nonsense and doing a lot of construction work, it's nice to return home. We might even pick up and do some of the little simple quests to see if we get any free ammo or anything like that from it. Oh, that's a cat. Here we go. Down the hill we go. But yeah, looking forward to this game getting some more updates. But they've stopped saying next week we're going to get the update. Next week we're going to give you the update. Next week we're going to give you the update. They've just at this point simply removed the promissory note of when it's going to come out, which is good. Because a lot of their updates have been coming out with some, we'll say bugs, and just leave it at that, politely, including the most recent one that they did here last Friday. They added, like, saddles, and you can't even equip them to your animals, so they're not working. What's going on there. So yeah, hopefully we see some change with that, or fixes for that. But yeah, what we're gonna do is make a bunch of ammunition. And then we're gonna use... We're probably going to... If the following week isn't anything substantial, just take a break from Icarus until the update is finally out. And then we'll play that for a week on stream. And once that's done, Icarus will be done until we get, I don't know, more DLC. As much as I appreciate this game, because just the way it looks and the realism and the diverse creatures and the systems, just so burnt out. After having played it for over a year straight. It's just that time. Of course, we're going to be doing more of that Once Human, but there's other things coming out. Here in October, I suppose they're coming out with that Throne and Liberty. We're going to try that. Eventually here, we're supposed to be getting, what the heck's it called? Is it next year that Dune Awakening comes out? We're going to try that one. There's also a couple story-driven, like, co-op shooters coming out that I would love to get my hands on. But we'll have to see financially how that works out for us. It was one game that I was trying on stream the other day, and the game bugged out, which indie games, I don't really care about bugs so much unless they're game breaking, and this bug dropped my character like halfway through the map, so I was in this infinite falling loop, and I couldn't walk up hills because I couldn't jump in a falling state. And I would slide back down the hills, and it was pretty bad. So I reloaded my save file to see if that would fix it, and that broke it. I launched a new game to see if that would fix it, and it was still broke. So yeah, unfortunately I had to refund that one. I will attempt to pick it back up again in the future, assuming that I hear of some bug fixes or some content updates, because that game's only like 4 hours long. It's very short. It's a very short, cheap game that has a lot of potential and fun in it, but I'm not rich, so I had to unfortunately refund that one. And that way I could get something else that I could actually record. Next thing I'm going to be working on, though, is Breath Edge, and that one I played on stream a long time ago. I actually got it because I have Amazon Prime, and that one was a lot of fun. There's a lot of silly humor in it, and it is a nice story to it. It's not an insanely long game. You could make it really long if you go crazy with supplies and things like that. But we're going to go through it for the story and enjoy our time. And then once we're done with that, we also have this Forever Skies. Once those 3 games are done, they're probably going to end closer to the end of the year. Oh, the third one was Core Keeper, which has about 9 episodes coming out. We're doing alright with those. We'll see what comes up next. I'd really like to get more MMOs under my belt. Like RPGs, MMOs, and survival games. have always been my favorite. Survival games are very much like RPGs and MMOs because there's building, there's crafting, there's leveling, there's exploring, and RPGs tend to have some nice story to them. I'm always fond of the story in video games. They're not always the greatest story, but I do like experiencing them, and I think the best one that I've seen recently as far as story goes is that Pacific Drive. Oh man, I don't know what it is. Oh, cat came running. That's a nasty cat. The Pacific Drive story, I'm not sure if it's a popular opinion or not, but I don't really care. Like, it's a game that I actually enjoyed the story for. It's one I would recommend. We don't have a... Oh, we do.
Clear area.
Another 100 exotics. Let's get some reds working, see if there's any more reds in the garden. No. Remove plant, remove plant. Those ones are dead. Any more in here? That one is dead. Remove plant. Alright, I think we're good. Okay, before we do anything else, skill tree, let's scroll through, see if we've forgotten anything recently. Like sugarcane. Here's the new plow. Here's the new saddles that are bugged and don't work. We're using the buffalo right now, so we can't even use those anyway. Even if they weren't bugged, so. Shotgun cartridges, shotgun slugs. We never did that after the update. Portable biofuel tank. Never picked that up. But we're probably not going to use that unless we have to for a quest. Next. Let's make sure nothing is too heavily damaged here because of the way they changed storms. A little bit annoying that the top tier buildings take as much damage as they do. Honestly, I think we've been keeping up with the storms for the most part, so we're doing okay. I don't come to this side of the building very often, so let's see. Get the bridge fixed up. Yeah, the bridge took a little damage. Railings are still good. Walkway into the house needs a little touching up. Okay. These, of course. Oh, come on. Come on. These take too much damage. Annoying to fix. Don't try this at home, kids. Hammers do not fix glass. They, in fact, break glass. There we go. Okay. Completed that task. Let's get this refueled. Need more animal fat. Let's see. We have some. Not in there. What about our kitchen? There we go. Okay. Ammo time. Cold steel, miasmic, cold steel rifle rounds takes cold steel and rifle rounds. Rifle rounds are going to cost us ammo casings and gunpowder. We should make more ammo casing. Unless we have some in here. Do we have any gunpowder made? No. We have some. We need more charcoal. Go get more of that going. Let's get some more sulfur put in here. Let's see, do we have iron ingots? Why do I type ammo and it doesn't come up here? The heck is it under if it's not under ammo? Whatever. Let's go ahead and make that stuff. It's going to take a little bit for that to get done. You got some more levels, huh, buddy? Oh my god. Get some more health regeneration, max health. That's doing all right. We are gonna go. What time is it? In the morning. In the morning. We're gonna go out and look for some more red exotic plants that we can plant in our garden. Start getting some of that rifle rounds crafted up. Yeah. Doing all right here. We added more to this, so how much more can we get going? We still have a fair amount of that. We need cold steel now. Oof. Lag spikes when that storm started. Bam. Ammo. Cold steel ammo. Max that out. Cook it. That might actually already be enough. Yeah, because that's going to get us 200. That's more than enough. Our buffalo has another level. Let's see. Let's get you some stamina regen. I thought making the ammo would actually take longer than it did, and now I don't know what to do. That's the other problem. Just not engaged. Let's see, what could we do? I don't know what we need to get these things done here. I mean, we've got everything accomplished that I wanted to get for this next big update. We could go do things that we've done a million times before. I don't know. I've got so much work to do that I think I'm just gonna go and get back to work, because I really do like the game, but I've done it so much. I don't know. If somebody has some suggestions, I will try to give that a try, but like, just burnt. Like, tried to stay engaged with this game until the end of the year, but I think we're gonna take a break until this DLC gets updated, or a patch comes out, or items get implemented that really engage us in the story. We've done all the missions twice. We've done and gone and made all the advancements I want to make, and We've engaged with most of the content. We built all the things from the DLCs on other maps. We've gone and done all the missions for the current set of story for this map here. And we've put many hours into this game. I started with like 150 hours before I started streaming it. And we are currently at 850. So like, we've spent a lot of time in this game. And I appreciate having the opportunity to play it and enjoy my time with the community that is Icarus. It's just been fantastic, and while I want to keep going, I don't think it's fair to just come in and be bored the whole time and just leave everybody else feeling bored because I'm not engaging with the content as much as I could. So what we're gonna do is call it here for today. It's a very short stream, but we've already accomplished what I wanted to accomplish, and we'll come back for the DLC. But yeah, look forward to some Once Human tomorrow. Hopefully, despite the short stream, you enjoyed yourself, and we'll pick up with some more Icarus when we have DLC updates. But yeah, take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, stay healthy out there, and I will see you on the next one. Bye everybody.